Yo, what's up? Let's make a beat like Yeat. Well, not just a beat, but like the whole song. Let's make a track like Yeat. Noah Smith, also known as Yeat, is a rapper based in Portland, Oregon. Most known for his eccentric songs, his zany music videos, and his drippy turban fashion. Growing up in Irvine, California to Mexican and Romanian parents, Yeat has always been surrounded by music. His dad played piano and guitar in a local band, and his mother would always play music around him as a kid, putting him onto artists like T-Pain, Kanye, and Jay-Z. And as he got older, he became more inspired by artists like Young Thug and Future. When he was a teen, he started doing a couple of drugs and recorded some raps at his friend's home studio. He felt like his music was pretty good, so he started taking music making seriously. He chose the name Lil Yeat, while he was high of course, because he wanted the name to sound like something you've already heard before, and even released a couple of songs under that name. After graduating high school, he moved to New York City to pursue his rap career, changing his name to Yeat, constantly releasing songs and music videos. He dropped 3 projects in 2019, 2 projects in 2020, and 4 projects in 2021. A few of the tracks gained him a lot of plays on Spotify, a ton of content on TikTok, and many cosigns from artists like Trippie, Lil Uzi Vert, and even Drake. Right now, Yeat is a very prominent voice in the underground scene, and he might take the world by storm. Yeat usually raps on pretty interesting beats. His songs are typically very melodic with a lot of basic synths and plucks. The synths usually have this harsh buzzing sound to them that give them a bit of a video game-ish charm. His instrumentals are a unique take on the hype rage beat formula. For my track, I made all of the synths using 3X oscillator. The first one was a simple patch with a square wave and sine wave, all with the portamento slide on, simple EQ, and stereo shaper. I also layered this with another patch, simple sine wave, and I changed the volume envelope into a pluck. I also added some EQ, reverb, and stereo shaper. The last patch I made was also in 3X oscillator, and it was this little synth I layered on top. Now don't get me wrong, using presets are cool, but there's never anything wrong with a little sound design. All you need is 3X oscillator and a dream. And if you dream about being better at the piano, you can always learn more with Melodies. This video is sponsored by Melodies. Melodies is a desktop app that teaches you how to play the piano. All you need is a MIDI keyboard. Melodies covers everything from the basics of piano like finger placement and chords to even some more complex technical exercises. And everything's organized in different courses so you can improve exactly where you want. Melodies keeps track of your accuracy and timing while you play and gives feedback on what you need to work on. It makes learning the piano pretty fun and intuitive. The courses are also designed with different genres in mind, ranging from jazz, hip-hop, future bass, and everything in between. And all of the knowledge you gain from Melodies can be used outside of the app, like working on your own music, jamming out in a studio session, and even performing live. If you want the app, there's a link in the description. It is free to download. The last instrument that's usually found in Yeat's songs are of course the bells. He tends to use these loud orchestral tubular bells that were a huge staple in some early trap songs. Artists like Waka Flocka Flame and Chief Keef have been using them for years now, and in the context of Yeat's music, having this nice bell is a refreshing and organic sound compared to all of the typical electronic synths he uses. For my track, I used this little sound font, and I played this simple melody. Yeat songs typically use simple trap hi-hats, claps, and distorted 808s. Nothing too crazy, it just sets up the rhythm of the beat and usually loops all the way through the song. And some of his more popular tracks like Get Busy and Sorry About That, his songs don't even use kicks, so I didn't bother using any for my track. Sorry about that. I had to alter the 808 a little bit. I changed the volume envelope and added some effects like Destructor, EQs, and Soundgodizer. That's everything. Here's the beat. Yeat just does his own thing. He raps about being with his team, making his money, chilling with some ladies, and indulging in some pharmaceuticals. He takes those topics and molds them into some really melodic and catchy hooks, with interesting flows and cadences. Speaking of his flows, sometimes he takes it slow with his flows, and other times he's doing a full, high-energy, Uzi-inspired triplet flow. And he has a pretty wide range with his vocals, hitting pretty low-pitched melodic riffs while also doing some very energetic, loud vocal belts for his ad-libs. That, topped with some pretty interesting vocal effects, makes his music so much fun to listen to. For my track, I used a lot of auto-tune and kept the main vocals pretty simple. Aside from my normal vocal chain, I just added a simple reverb send. However, the ad-libs were a bit more complex to work on. I used Supermassive, Reverb, Stereo Shaper, and Fruity Flanger to give the ad-libs an over-the-top, spacey feel, similar to something you'd hear in a Travis Scott song. The final touches I made were this auto-tuned, almost whistling vocal, and these format-shifted vocals I have layered throughout the song.
Got that Midas touch 2-4 on my.
Real talk. Yeat is killing it right now, and I'm a huge fan. His production style and his vocals have this unique but also very familiar feel to it. It's a sound I've never heard before, but it feels right at home with contemporary modern hip-hop. And I think that notion fits perfectly with his name. You know, it's something that you've heard before, but it's also completely new. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. I'm a huge fan of his work, and I'm looking forward to his new music. And if you're an inspiring artist, just remember to trust the process.
Okay, diamonds wet. I got hoes around me, give me neck. Every time I walk, now it's a flex. Every time I talk, my money stretched. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I got Percocet, it's in my blood. Hop up on my whip, they show me love. I turn all my losses to a dub. Run a bitch up, I'ma call her a hoe on my celly. I'm in my Bergen, I'm popping this Percocet, my money twerking, I'm stacking my Fetty. I'ma be on it 100%, I'ma get it, see note every day like Chanelly. I stay chillin' with my gang, if they want me, then come get me. Who gon' rock with me? Got that Midas touch, 2-4 carat on my teeth. That boy, he not gang, he a wannabe. I don't fuck with you, don't care if you fuck with me. Who gon' rock with me? Got that Midas touch, 2-4 carat on my teeth. That boy, he not gang, he a wannabe. I don't fuck with you, don't care if you fuck with me.
Hey Terry, you want some? This bitch empty.
Twizzy gon'